Welcome back to another episode. I am trying to make a game in Unity using C# programming with it. Last episode we got the villager making more villagers, and that seems to be working out all right. And I think I fixed the bug of eating things in the storehouse. Um, I forget exactly what I did, but I think it wasn't tagging the wasn't tagging it correctly. I don't even see where that action is. Let's see. Oh, I wasn't setting a target for the storage building. So what was happening is it was running this twice. It set the target in the eat action, and then uh, it was setting another one. So I think I fixed it because now, actually in the eat actions where I did it, I set the target for the take from resource storage. I set the target to the storage so that it wouldn't run the set target again for the storage action. All right, so I thought in this episode and maybe a few episodes, I kind of want to change pace a little bit with adding the actions because we're kind of at the same spot as before. I'm going to start working on the map generator. Um, right now, this is what our map looks like. Just this background. It actually uses a couple of them, I think. Yeah, ground 2, ground 3. So what I'm thinking of doing is, let's see, taking a section, okay, and making a prefab, and then instantiating that section, over and over again. And then that's how it's going to create the map. So create one section and then just repeat it. Now, to kind of maybe save some uh, programming type stuff, there's no sense of creating a whole map. I mean, we could for now just make the whole map, and you can see the whole thing, just for testing out for now. But I think eventually what I want is like a fog of war kind of thing, where you can't see further down unless one of your agents actually walks down that way. But for now, let's just try to get it set up with a prefab for a whatchamacallit, for making the map a prefab of a section. So how do we do that? So it seems like each section has a ground 1, ground 2. This is not move. This is even our parallax effect. Seems like we have 2 grounds here. Let's just make a new game object, and we'll call it map section. And let's reset this, and let's grab a ground, put it here. Let's grab another one, just put them both here. Okay. All right. Let's grab the first parallax background. The second layer one. in the third layer. Okay. Wait, why do I have two of them? Delete that. Copy this. Okay, so now we have all of our things here. And let me grab this. Just move it. Okay. Not the prettiest, but that's what we have right now. Okay. So now, let's go to our scripts. Let's just put under the manager one. Right? Or we could do a new folder. Call it map. Alright, let's add a script called map section. Alright, so we'll leave model behavior. We're going to need a serialized field, and we're going to call this game object parallax parallax 1 or layer 1. So these will be all the objects that actually this should probably be a list. Don't think this is necessary. I know I say that every time, but just in case. So layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. Okay, so objects for each layer. Um, So these ground backgrounds are not part of the parallax at all, which they won't be. That's like the parallaxing is all for the background stuff. Okay, so that's good. So let's start. So set up our parallax layers. Now we could have each one tagged, and then it finds the tag. That way we don't have to set these things up, because basically we need a game object. Yeah, we could do a list of parallax, but let's just do each one separate. Or yeah, let's just do a list. Maybe we can make this list of game objects called parallax layers. Let's just make it serialized field. Okay. And we'll just say wonder if I could do, I'm just thinking. Could we, let's just do it this way. We're going to say for each game object, parallax geo in and then parallax layer 1. Let's just try this out. Let's do a list of a list. Can we do that? Okay. Let's just get rid of that. So now we want to say for each for I is parallax layers dot count. Hold on. We're going to call it geos. Let's just call it game objects. Or actually, let's call it parallax prefabs. And then these are going to be the layers. So we're going to say for each game object geo in parallax prefabs I. So this would be the first layer. Parallax prefabs, no, we'll say go dot transform dot parent is equal to parallax layers I. Dot transform. Alright, so this is going to loop through all of our layers, and then it's going to loop through all of our list of prefabs, and there's 3 of them, and each of those lists have a list of prefabs that will be added. Right now I think each one just has 1 in their layers for each section. Alright, so let's go back to Unity and go back to this map section and add map section. Okay, so we cannot view that in the prefabs. We cannot see a list of a list in our prefabs. Okay. So I thought maybe I could see a list of a list. Okay, let's just make this public, see if that changes anything. Oops. Nope, doesn't change a thing. Okay, so let's go back to it and just do what I was doing before. Change this to that. Prefabs 1. Let's make this, and maybe there's a way to do it, but I'm not going to try to figure it out. And then we're just going to copy this. Make this 2. Make this 3. Now I don't know if you could do an array. Um, am I not doing the syntax right? Like that. Okay, let's see if that allows me to do it. I doubt it. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. And I don't want to spend the time trying to figure it out when I know I can just do like this and still get the same results. So we got 1. This can just be serialized. And all this is doing is setting up our parallaxing effect. So this is going to be for each M1. Prefab 1. And we're going to have to do this let's do it like this. And we're going to say 0. 1 and 2. This is 1, 2, 3. All right, so that will set that up. All right, so let's add those objects. Okay, just lock it. So background 1 would be in the first one, 2 would be here, and 3 would be here. And then in our layers, we would pick layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. Okay. If I test this out, see what happens. Okay, you see, don't look at this screen, but if you look at this, the scene view, you can see how we set the parallax for it. All right. So that is working. Now let's get to instantiate. Now what I'm going to do is I could do this in the map manager, but I think I'm going to just create a new script called map creator, and we'll add this to our map manager. It doesn't necessarily need to be model behavior, but we'll just leave it for now. Because maybe it does need to. I don't know yet. But we're going to have a list of map section called map section prefabs. It's going to equal a new list. Whoops, this needs to be a list. New list. Okay, so now let's say start. I guess we will have a... Okay, we're going to add our sections. So let's do a private add void add section. And it's going to take a location, a vector 2, and a location. And so what we want to do is game object temp is equal to instantiate. And for now we'll just map section, instantiate map section prefabs, and we'll just get the first one for now. We're going to change this to a game object. Okay, so now let's just test this out. Let's do some kind of serialized field int offset x, and not serialized but another int next position. This is probably going to change, but for now, just for testing out, for I is to, let's do 20 sections, and let's add section next position, and then we're going to say, okay, actually new vector 2, new vector 2 0 for the place, and then we're going to say next position is plus equals to the offset x. Whoops, and let's do testing. All right, let's save that. Let's go to our map manager and add that map creator just to test this out. Let's go to our prefabs, call map, and add this map section. Let's now delete it. Let's go to our map manager. Let's minimize that. Add the map creator and add this. Did I accidentally add that? Yeah, I did. Let me remove it. Okay, let me go back to the map manager. So we got one section, the offset. How long is this? How can I know how long this is? Let's make these all 0. Yeah, I don't really know how long this whole section is. I wish it would tell me, like, I mean, I can maybe figure it out. Well, we're just going to do a trial and error. Right? Why not? Let's go to our map manager and let's just say the offset is 20. Let's play it, see what happens. Okay. So we forgot to assign something. Go. Oh, let me go back to my map section. Maybe I gotta reset those. Yeah, I don't have the layers. Oh, so we can't get those layers. All right, not a big deal. We'll go to our map manager. Let's take this whole thing, cut it out, go to our map manager and put it in our map manager. Not a big deal, because we could just then get it from the map manager. And really, they don't all need. Hey, look, what is this? Am I using this at all? Oh, sorry, I have a list of them. That's cool. So we're going to say map manager dot instance dot parallax layers 0. Huh, I already had one. Okay, cool. Let's just paste all those in there. Look, I spelled it wrong though. Fine, I'll just, or am I parallax? Yeah, it's probably supposed to be an A. We'll just leave it there for now. Let's go back. Okay, we don't have any errors. All right. It did populate them, but they're all in the same spot. Yeah, they're all in the same spot. Let me make this 0. Okay. So what is not happening correctly? Let me go back here. Map creator. Oh, you know what? I never set the location here. Temp.transform.location. Come on. Dot position is equal location. Cool. It is working. Now the offset's probably not correct. And really, if you go down to our map sections, here's one. I think it's pretty close though. Let's go to our map manager. Let's just change it to 30. So that we can get a gap between stuff. Let's just do 100. Let's do 1,000. That is weird. Hold on. Let me play that again. Let me zoom way out. Yeah, it's it's way over here. Okay, let me do 10. I was like, it's working. That's because of all the extra stuff I already have. Okay, so it's back over here. Let's do 25. Okay, let's try 30. Let's try 40. Okay, now we're getting a gap. So let's try 30. Okay, we got a little bit of a gap. And if you look at this is, I think each square is 1. So it's like 1, 2. So let's try 28. Okay, just in case, let's try 29. Listen, you probably shouldn't do this. I could probably figure out exactly what it needs to be. But yeah, 28. Okay, so far so good. Our map creator is creating sections for us. And the parallaxing is working. Alright, so let's just get rid of all these. Actually, we're going to delete all of them. And we're going to get rid of the grounds. And now let's play so we don't have any of it. There we go. Pretty cool, huh, guys? It's pretty long. Okay, so that's the first step. Hey, let's do an even crazier number. Let's say 100. Let's see what happens with our game. Okay, not too bad. And let me check our stats. We're 400 something FPS. And it's pretty long level. I mean, which means our grid needs to be way longer. Look at where it puts it. And maybe we do that, like this first one, there's a little bit of a end to it. Because what I'm thinking of doing is it makes a large... Actually, how am I thinking of doing this? I kind of want you to start in the middle of the map. You know, somewhere in the middle. Now let's think about this. If this is about 28 and we're doing 100, then in our map manager for our grid, actually let's see if I have to change in here. So 30 times 100 is 3,000. So let's do that and see if we get our grid to be that large. Okay, build grid. That's weird. Index out of range. Gizmos. That's strange. Let's go to our map manager. See if we're setting it somewhere. Okay, let me get rid of this. Right? Can I do that? We're gonna do this. Serialized field. Surprised I never did this before. And we're just going to have a int grid width. Actually, that's called build. And then on start, we'll say build grid is equal to a new build grid. So you go to new grid, and we're going to say build grid width, comma 0, comma 0, comma 0. Oh, wait. 1. Or no, 0. Right? What? Yeah, 0. Save it. What's it mean do that? Let me save that. Go here. Play it. Alright, go to our map manager. Let's make that 2800. Still no cigar. Go back here. Maybe height has to be 1. I don't think so. Nope. Well, I guess so. Okay. Let me just see. Yep. We got all of our build grids. I'm going to pause this simulation there. Look at that. Alright, let's be really... Well, I can't. I was going to be... I can't... Well, I can actually. Let me scroll down pretty far. See if I can build. Okay. Let's see, where did it put it? I guess it didn't go that far, but... And then let's go back to our character. Let's click here. Unpause the simulation. Guess where you're going to have to go? You're going to have to walk all the way down there to build this house. Well, I guess the other guy will do it for you. There he goes. Okay. So, we got our build grid. Don't worry about those things. Um, There's a way to do this where if application dot is running is playing. So only do it if the application is playing. I think that's how it would work. Just make sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now that we got that, let's randomize some trees in our map section. Prefabs to random on the map section. So serialized field, list of game objects, and call it map objects, object prefabs. And then what we want to say is serialized field, and we're going to do another list of floats and map object chance. Which we don't probably need to do a new list, but so we're going to have like a percent list. So then this will be create the game objects and add to map manager. Alright, so and then what we're going to do is serialize field int total, actually we could say minimum total objects, serialize field int max total objects, and this will be set to between 1 and 10. So what we're going to do is first we're going to get a int ran total is equal to random dot range 0 mid total comma max. So then we're going to randomize the total. All right. And what we can do now is actually before we do that, int total percent objects is equal to 0 for each float, and this is going to be a float for each float percent num in map object chance. We're going to say total percent objects is plus equal to the percent num. So add all the percentages together, which means it's not really a percentage, it's just like the probability of it happening versus everything else. So if a tree was 100 and the bush was 50, that doesn't mean 100% you'll get a bush. It just means the ratio between a tree or a bush is 100 to 50. Is that how you do it? I was a math teacher, but I know I'm thinking in my head. I don't know the correct terminology, but basically we would have a total of 150. So this is 100 to 1 or 100 to 50 chance. So yeah. So now we're going to say float random chance is equal to random dot range. Is it called random range or what's the difference? Random. I don't know. What's the difference between random and range? M inclusive max inclusive. So that means it includes it. So from 0 to the total. All right. Okay, so we need a list. I mean, imagine it like this. This is like I don't know if this is the best way to do it. We could do like a percentage, and you have to make sure that you do that percentage, so that everything that you put in your thing equals 100. And then you do a percent, like you say, okay, this one's 75% chance. This is a 25% chance. You could do it like that. Um, um, we could say percent num is equal to, after it adds the total, percent num is plus equal to the total percent. So let's just think about this for a sec. It equals my percent num is equal to the hmm, oh, that's weird. Why? Let's just call it chance. Uh, temp chance dot add. So basically what this will do is the first time, let's say the trees were 100, the total was then became 100 because the percent number was 100, total was 0. So then it's going to add 100 as one of the floats. Then when it comes to the berries, it adds that total. Now the next one is 150. So if we write in a code here, if it's less than the first one, we add a tree. If it's less than the second one, okay. If it's less than the second one, hold on, let's do this correctly. All right, for each float, and we're going to call it temp chance nums, temp chance in our temp chance nums. If random chance is less than the temp chance, actually we don't want to do it for each. For j, is to the temp chance nums dot count if this j is less than the the random chance maybe we have to say greater. Say greater than or equal to. So let's say the chance was 0. Actually, from here, we want to break. Stop checking them all. And then here we're going to say game object temp geo is equal to instantiate from our prefabs our map object prefabs j. I think that's it. All right, let's go to our map manager real quick and try to grab that. Our test map. Oh, we want to create the object. Ooh, we don't want that then, do we? Okay, let's go back to our creator. Actually, it's not even our creator, it's our map. We don't want any of this, we want this. Map manager dot instance. Okay, but this is actually going to be, let's go up to our prefabs. It's actually going to be a list of strings. And let's go down here. Why doesn't it like to break here? Maybe I'm forgetting something. And instead of that, we want our map objects prefabs j. Okay. Let's go here. Let's see if we're doing this right. Maybe I need another one. All right, in our map section, object prefabs, let's do 2. One is going to be tree. One is going to be bush. Maybe I need a capital T. Okay, the chance. So we're going to have 2 chances. 1, 2. This is going to be 10. It's going to be 5. And we got that. Let's save this, save this. Let's see what happens. Whoa, look at that. Okay. They put all the trees, every map section. We have 100 of them. They put them all in this one area. That's cool looking. Come on, start chopping these down. Come on, get busy. We gotta clear out this forest. Hurry up, guys. Come on, you got a lot of work to do. Build some things. Let's do it. We're gonna have a lot of resources. No complaining about eating. Oh my word. Okay. So we want public int offset x. All right, so then when we go to our map creator and we're creating these things, we're going to say map section from our temp equals temp get component and get the map section capital M. Actually, I'll tell you what, I have learned quite a bit from doing this with programming in different ways to get components. Like I didn't know you could send it a string, you could send it a type. Anyways, map section dot offset x is equal to location dot x. I'm gonna go here and change it to a float. So then when it randomizes it, instead of saying between 0 and 25, offset x, and then offset x plus 28. Again, we're hard coding those numbers. Let's see what it does now. Okay. It just puts them all over the place. What did I do here? Why? Okay. Save. It's crazy. Hmm. Oh, this is this. Right, this goes here. And this should be from 0 to 5 maybe. Let's see if that. The first one's for the X, the second one's for the Y. I was getting confused. Okay, that's better. And you can see it's putting more trees in the bushes. I think we need to do the -5 to the to 0. Actually, maybe I can go into the prefab and see. No, I really don't think oh, maybe. So if this is zeros right here, this is down here. I should probably bring these up, but so it's like, here's 0. So we got -1, 2, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 between 8 and -2. All right, not too bad. Let's go back and see where we are getting too low though. You see, we're like a couple under. I think it needs to be -2 to -5. And okay, this is the highest one. Maybe we can say 0. I'm still getting some, and it might be my camera. Go to my main camera, and let me zoom this out. There we go. Do like that. Now we can see everything. That's not too bad. I feel like it could go up more though. Here, one way to test it for sure is don't randomize it. Let's do a 3 to a 3. See where it puts it. So it should all be in a straight line. Okay, so that's a little bit too much. Actually, why isn't it in a straight line? Oh, these are the first ones. I gotta get rid of that. But you see, that's a little bit too high. So let's do 2 to a 2. Yeah, that's better. And then let's test the bottom. Let's do a -6, -6. Let's test that out. Okay, so we can definitely go. Wait. No, that's too low. Let's do -4, -4. And let's go to our map manager. Let's just get rid of this. Okay. Oh, and we need to do the camera. I think it was like 12. Okay. Alrighty. Now we go back here. And of course I forgot that number. What did I say? 2? Nope, not 2. What? Maybe it was -2? No, that's... What was it? 0? Maybe I was looking at the wrong trees. Okay, here's one that's 0. Okay, I think that's right. But the -4 doesn't seem to be right. And some of it could be my camera. 12.8. And let's go to -5. Okay. Anyways, I'm kind of like spending a lot of time just getting this exactly looking, so we don't have trees. So that's pretty cool. Now what we can do is go back to our map section and tweak these numbers. So right now we're only doing a total of 10. If I do like 30, between 10 and 30, and I play it, we should get more objects. Let's look at our frame rate. Look at our frame rate though. Look how much it's gone down. Because so many objects. I mean, we did 30 times 100, so 3,000 game objects. I mean, that's a lot. Okay. How do we fix that? What is causing the lag? Is it all these map sections? Because it's super laggy. It's better. Hmm. Okay, so is that guy going to this tree or what? Oh, there he goes. Okay. Oh my word. Oh, he was up in the air. Okay, one thing I notice is, let's say I click here. Look at my FPS. I'm at 60. Let's say I click my speed of 1. You see how the FPS changes? Now let me go to 2. Let me go to 3. Let me go to speed 4. You see how it changes quite a bit? So what that's telling me is that what is that telling me? This is affected by our game speed. So it's calling the updates. Interactables. No. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna have to think about it and try to figure out that, but we do have a map manager. Is Oh man, is it somewhere looping through all of our game objects? Is that the problem? Something is looping through all of our game objects a ton, and that's why. Hmm. So what we're probably going to have to do is have map section chunks, and those will be saved, and then um, AI agents will only loop through chunks that are close to them, and not loop through chunks that are far away. That's what I'm thinking is happening. Is our AI agent is looking for a task and it's looping through all of those game objects, but doesn't need to do it for something far away. All right, well, so I'm gonna end the video there. That's pretty cool though. We got a little map manager, a little map creator. We can randomize the number of trees. We could even do, um, the percentage. So let's say we wanted more. Let's say we get one tree for every one tree for every 20 bushes. We should have more bushes now, theoretically. Yep. I mean, we don't have a lot because we're not doing a lot. But if we set that to 20, okay. So you can see, yep, there's one tree. That seems about right. 1 out of 20. So it's a way to kind of customize our map. All right. Well, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.